The best databases for your discussion assignment are listed on the front page of your course library guide. You can also access many more databases by going to the library webpage at www.lssc.edu/library, clicking on the Databases button in the large light blue box, and then selecting and clicking on a database from this list. Databases are digital collections of magazine, academic journal, and newspaper articles. Databases can also contain images, audio and video files, book chapters, and more. Databases fall into two categories: general databases, which provide information on many different subjects like Academic Search Complete, and subject databases, which provide information from a specific subject area, like Applied Science and Technology Source. For this video, I'm going to use Business Source Complete, which is on the course library guide. To log in, use your single sign-on username and password. Unlike Google, which can usually find results if you type in a full sentence or many words, in library databases you need to choose the most important words related to the subject you are researching. We refer to these as keywords. As you look through your discussion questions, certain words should stand out as possible keywords. Once you have chosen your keywords, you can then put them together in particular ways to get the most relevant results from the database. For example, you may be researching the relationship between internet connectivity and productivity in the workplace. Our keywords are internet connectivity, productivity, and workplace. You may find that you have additional keywords, and that's fine. It's also a good idea to think about synonyms for your keywords, because sometimes in the library databases, articles may be classified using terms you may not expect. For example, instead of internet connectivity, you may want to try internet access. In the case of two-word phrases, enclose them in quotation marks. This ensures the database returns results with the two words side by side in the text. In some cases, there is one keyword representing the overall topic, and then others that deal with more narrow aspects of the topic. This is important to keep in mind as you are setting up searches in the library databases. Most library databases allow Boolean operators to be included in searches. Boolean operators are just three connecting words, and, or, and not, which when combined with your keywords, tell the database to search in a particular manner. Many of the library databases are laid out in a similar fashion. There will be a search box to enter your keywords, options to limit the search results, for example, to only articles with full text, articles from academic journals, and so on. Many of the databases also let you limit the results after you have searched, so for now, let's focus on the search box. If you place "and" between your keywords, the database will return items that contain both keywords. Using "and" is effective at narrowing results to relevant items. Placing "or" between the keywords will cause the database to return items that contain either one or both of the keywords. Using "or" is effective when something has several ways of being described and you want to find a larger number of results. For example, searching for "teenagers" or "adolescents" would return items with the keyword "teenagers", items with the keyword "adolescents", and items containing both keywords. Using the "not" operator helps filter out unwanted items. For example, the search "ocean not Atlantic" would return items with the keyword "ocean", but eliminate any of those which also contain the keyword "Atlantic". Out of the three Boolean operators, you will likely use "and" the most in your searches. Now let's see how this works in the database. Enter your first keyword, internet access. Since this keyword is made up of two words, you can place quotation marks around them. This tells the database to find the keyword as a phrase in the results instead of internet appearing in one location and access appearing in another. Then add the AND Boolean operator and the keyword productivity. Finally, add another AND Boolean operator and the keyword workplace. Then click on Search. Instead of limiting yourself to one search, it also helps to try doing several searches with different combinations of synonyms of your keywords. At this point, make sure the full text option is selected. In this database, you'll find the full text selection on the left-hand side of the screen. This means that all of the results have the full text available for you to read. The database has returned a list of articles meeting the search criteria. Each item has information on the authors, title of the article, title of the publication where it appears, date of publication, page numbers, and so on. There are also links to the text of the article. Databases usually rank the results by relevant, with the more relevant articles at the top of the list. There are usually options to change the sort, to start with the newest articles, oldest articles, and so on. Included with the results list are ways to limit by certain criteria. Data publication is an important consideration. With some topics, it's fine to have older sources, but with others you need current information. Look for a way to limit the date range of the results, like the sliders on the left side of the screen. Notice too that there are checkboxes to narrow the list to only articles from academic journals, magazines, and so on. You'll usually have a way to get a summary of the articles as well. In this database, if you hover the mouse over the icon at the right of the article information, a pop-up window opens which includes an abstract, which is a one-paragraph summary of the article. If you have an abstract, use that to decide whether or not to read the full text. If you want to access the full article, click on the links below the article information. You can also click on the title of the article to get more information, and the full text link is on the left side of this page. When you are choosing articles, here are some things to consider. Look at the author's credentials to determine their reputation. Academic journal articles will usually include the author affiliation, so you'll know what colleges, universities, or research institutions the authors are associated with. Sometimes the article will even provide their degree information. Other types of articles, like magazines and newspapers, won't provide author background information, but you can make assumptions about the author's level of knowledge by looking at how complex the writing is and if technical language is used. Also, many magazine and newspaper reporters have a journalism background, so they have the expertise to research and write accurate information. Next, consider the publication where the article appears. While academic journals are generally great sources of information, you still want to be careful. Many journals have a peer review process where an article is evaluated by experts before being published. However, some journals lack peer review, so there's a chance of inaccurate information being published. One rule of thumb is that if you find similar information in more than one place, it's more likely to be correct. You can also Google the name of the journal to learn more about its reputation. For magazines and newspapers, keep in mind that many of these publications have an overall ideology. You may have heard that a certain magazine or newspaper is left-leaning or right-leaning. In these cases, the content of the articles may be influenced by the overall perspective of the publisher. Again, Googling information about a magazine or newspaper may help you learn more. Once you've decided to use an article, there are ways to export it from the database. There will typically be options to print, save, and email the article. Be sure to do one of these where you don't have to relocate the article at a later date. There will also be an option to get a computer-generated citation for the article in various styles, including APA. Be careful though, because it's likely that you will have to make corrections to the citation using information on your course library guide. Refer to the library guide for more information on APA style.